when you come to McCoy and Hiestand, we would be more than happy to discuss with you what you need when you go into your insurance agent and ask them for coverage. When you go to your insurance agent, you want to make sure that you have PIP. The minimum is $10,000, but you can get added PIP, and you can get $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, however much you need. And what that does is it pays for your own medical bills and wage loss up to $200 a week, regardless of whose fault it is. So that while you're recuperating and in the first stages of the game, before you settled your case or had to file a lawsuit, you have that coverage. You want to have liability coverage so that if you're at fault, you have adequate coverage so they can't take your home, attach your wages, put liens on your property. So you want to make sure you've got to have the minimum of $2,550, but I always recommend $250 to $500 to make sure that you're covered. Whatever it is that you can afford, you need to have to protect yourself. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have uninsured motorist coverage so that if somebody hits you and you are seriously injured, you have coverage for your pain and suffering, your medical bills, your wage loss, things that obviously aren't going to be covered by the other person, because if they can't afford insurance coverage, the likelihood is they have no assets that you can go after them to collect money for your pain and suffering. And finally, and I think most importantly, is you have to have underinsured motorist coverage. So that when that person that hits you only has the minimum limits and you have serious injuries, you have enough money from your own insurance policy to cover your pain and suffering, your wage loss, your medical bills.